You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
As soon as I learned to type Amazon.com, I could get my way to about 2,500,000 books. So it was remarkably easy.
I can look up such as Mediterranean cooking, and I find 57 books on the subject.
Amazon.com gives such great discounts that even with the shipping, you come out ahead. I like not standing in line. Instead of standing in line, I just sit here and punch one button, and my book's on the way.
I found a whole range of books from fiction to nonfiction on contemporary American politics and just had an absolutely great time.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. Remember when Amazon used to sell books a long time ago? Now they sell everything.
Yeah, I got an email once from Jeff Bezos back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, I have a letter on a little Christmas tchotchke that he sent me. I found, you have boxes in your house. I found this box, and it wasn't really marked, saying Amazon on the outside. I opened it up, and it was a pre-printed letter from Jeff to some of the early people involved, and said, Jeff Bezos, we appreciate you, blah, blah, blah.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. Of course, that's Marsha Collier as we talk about all things tech. That was a vintage Amazon commercial, and it reminded me, and of course reminded you, what Amazon used to be and how what they used to be put bookstores as we know it pretty much out of business, and now they're putting a lot of other brick and mortar.
Well, in line with what we're talking about today, I have a friend, the techie guy, Liran Sergev, and he's on YouTube. He does a lot of videos, and he's done a lot of testing, and we were talking about how do they get your data? How do they get your information? Did you know he installed Amazon on a brand new phone? Never logged in. Never even logged into his Google account. So it was just a blank phone. And he did this with iPhone as well. And guess what? It was calling in regularly.
So even though he didn't log in, even though he did not use it to make any type of purchase, it was stealing data from the phone and communicating.
Well, it was communicating, I guess, in hopes of there being more data, because they were DNS hits, which we don't want to get into technically. TikTok was the second worst, but really not as nasty.
What does that say for those phones which have Amazon as what we call bloatware? Because depending on your carrier,
exactly,
it's pre-installed.
That's why it's there. Just so you know, I know we all think the microphone listens to us. Do you realize if that was to transfer that amount of data, it would be, in a day, it would probably be 1 billion petabytes. It's not happening. What it picks up is what you type, what you search for, what apps you have, what you look at. That's it.
I've had a number of people over the years say, hey, Mo, what do you recommend as far as trying to scrub yourself from the internet? Some people say the internet is forever. I would like to get rid of, some of these sites having my personal data. Is there anything that we can do?
Yeah. I'll give you one free thing and one thing you have to pay for.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take it.
So, you know that Google will remove search results about you?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you Google your name, you see something that's untoward. It's not a matter of censoring. If your private information appears in a Google search, that's against their policy, and they will remove it. Obviously, they don't know. And how do you do that? There are a couple of ways you can do it. Let's say you see it, and you see your name, click the 3 dots next to any web result. You'll see next to web results are always 3 dots. And pick Remove Result from the panel on the right. Then choose the reason for your removal request. One option is it shows my personal info and I don't want it there. You want to click that. You can also pick I have a legal removal request. That could be if somebody has stolen, put paragraphs of my book on there or something like that, they would take it out. Now, that won't take it down from the internet, mind you. It will take it out of Google search
result.
The search results. You can request a refresh, and you're done. and that's it. It's gone. But what I do for Google is I have removal requests in, and that's if you have a Google account. You don't have to have Google One. It gives you those two options we spoke of before, and then a little more. You can go and start removal requests from Google. You just go to the Google support page for removing results, and you can Google that. Google removing results. And there's a place where they will continually track for your name. Now, my name shows up in my podcast title.
Right.
Because I'm all about branding. I stamp my name everywhere.
Right. That's personal, but also public information.
Right. So when it comes up with those, like in Zambia, where they listen to the pod, believe it or not, I leave it. But otherwise, it shows up in a few other places. And that's unfortunately where Google stops, because it doesn't go deep. This is removing from Google search results.
That says to me it will help somewhat, but the internet is still forever.
Yeah, that's true. So what I do, I think I've mentioned to you before, I use something called Delete Me, which, by the way, if anyone wants to use Delete Me, I have a 20% coupon. Just message me on Facebook, or I'll give it to you. It's not I don't make any money. You get 20% off. But it's one of those weird, I'm not going to give it to you over the radio. So what they search are data brokers. People like People Search, Spokio. Are you familiar with any of these?
I am very familiar with Spokio, and it amazes me how much information it can derive on people.
140. They scan 145 data brokers. If you subscribe to their, it's about $120 a year, about $10 a month. But they go deep in every month. They review listings, 162,461 last month. Then they go for data brokers with info about you when they pick up, and you have to give them a certain amount of data. First name, last name, your spouse's name, anything that's connected to you, your addresses. Because a lot of those are real estate sites where they have people's names and owners and this and that. And they'll show you stuff in the beginning, like ex-husband's name. Boy, I had a lot to fill in there. But I was getting on all his relatives page and all that stuff. And it would then link to my private information.
That's unnerving.
Yes. So $10 a month. These people scrub it. They send you like a 20-page report every quarter. So it works. It's called Delete Me, and their website is joindeleteme.com.
Those are two good options. Obviously, one free, one might cost you a little something, but it will help diminish that footprint out there of personal information.
Yeah, and I do both. So
when we come back, let's talk about the top 10 scams of 2024, and hopefully nobody listening has been caught up in any of them, but there's a good chance you might have.
Absolutely.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Hey, everybody, the new computers are here.
New computers? Who, may I ask, authorized new computers?
Yeah, who?
You did.
Who did? I did? IBM. Of course I did.
The new IBM Personal System 2. The next generation in personal computing. New computers, new printers, and software. And IBM's new graphics put 256 colors on a screen at once. So our work will be bolder and brighter.
If it'll make him brighter, count me in.
Personal System 2 is faster. Oh, and it has incredible power.
Someone say, power?
It's a miracle. He's following instructions.
Hey, we were made for each other.
Is it easy to use?
Even you could use it.
Can we tie it all together?
Ooh, Personal System 2 has excellent connectivity.
So we can talk to each other?
Only if we have to.
It's just what we need. Who's responsible for this?
You may recognize some of those voices. It's the whole cast of MASH.
All right. I was wondering who it was.
Yep. KFI AM 640 is later with Mo Kelly. Marsha Collier joins us. Marsha, you're also going to give us some information on some of the top scams of the past year, and I shudder to think whether I might have been caught up in one or some.
Well, the FTC announces the top scams of 2024.
What number are we going to start with?
I want to start with number 5.
All right, number 5. Hold on one second. Here we go.
Internet services. Things that people can do to help you with your internet, to speed up your internet and just do things for you.
Because your computer's a little slow.
Right.
Got it.
It needs, a little tech support, and they'll be more than happy to give you tech support and look at your screen and move your mouse for you and just fix everything.
For a nominal price and also access to everything on your computer.
Right, exactly. And that's if you're lucky. If you're unlucky,
best case scenario.
They just put a bug in it and it keeps sending information regularly to the people.
Or some other malware.
Exactly. So, that's and what's interesting is younger people have lost more money more often. It's younger people who are falling for these scams.
Yeah, we're cynical.
Yeah, we heard.
Yes.
Yeah,
sure.
You're from Microsoft.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Let me just call one of my friends. Let me call my kid. He could do it.
Right, exactly. Okay, number 4. Investments. The biggest losses happen by bank transfer or payment, followed by cryptocurrency. They have these lovely young ladies with beautiful social media photos who engage in DMs with gentlemen who may be lonely, who they may have targeted because they can get their data online and see that their wives just died or something like that.
My wife is still living, and I still get the DMs. I'm being serious because you'll see it's some sort of AI, or they've stolen the photos of some model and they want to talk to you about crypto and investments. And it's like, hey, you can make a whole lot of money and, just invest here.
Well, you see, that's a bad one. They've dove right in. What they're supposed to say is, you're really a handsome man.
Oh.
I'd love to get to know you better. And then they engage you in a conversation and they build trust and friendship with you. And you ask, well, what do you do for a living? Oh, I invest.
Uh-huh.
I do it quite successfully. And then you say, how do you do that? And they say,
glad you asked.
That's just right. Cryptocurrency, I've been very successful in trading my crypto.
Even with the Southern drawl?
Even with. But, okay, so they do this. And obviously you're not a lonely guy because these people dove into the crypto right away. But the really deep scams where people lose $500,000, $350,000 and more are lonely older people.
My goodness.
And dumb young people.
So the crypto get the older people, and I'll say the speed up my computer scams get the younger people.
Yep. And number 3. Job openings, business and job openings. How many texts do you get? Hey.
Fake job listings.
Right.
So they can get your resume, all your information.
Right. And you get texts. I get texts about it all the time. And I wonder, I don't want a job. And who are you? And how do you have my information? But of course, I never ask any of that. I just report it as spam.
And block.
And you can do that in your messages by those magic 3 dots on Android. And you can also do it on iPhone. But the job or opportunity scam, which is why, you ever wonder why these people on LinkedIn have on their profile picture, open for work? I mean, hello, welcome to fraud.
Well, see, the thing is, I actually, to be transparent, I have that on my profile, but I don't have my phone number on my profile. So if anyone reaches out to me on my phone, they don't, and it doesn't show up in my contacts, that I know right there, it is a scam.
Well, that's good. But I hate to say it, Mo, but not everybody is as careful as you. I
just don't like people. I don't trust people. That's part of it.
Well, that's why we're here in a dark radio station. Talking to each other. The job opportunity thing is bad. Now, second is one that we all know. Online shopping and reviews.
Oh, please explain that for folks who don't know.
Well, first of all, one of the reasons why Amazon put verified purchase on some of the reviews was to verify that actually the person bought things there. When you see reviews, a lot of times they will be flowery and descriptive and wonderful and not written by a customer. They'll be written by the company talking about all of that. My new book, Android Smartphones for Seniors for Dummies, it's on Amazon. It's doing very well, and people seem to really like it. And it's in color with bigger print. So anyway, I saw the reviews, and I saw one came in from the UK, and it didn't say verified customer, but I don't think they do that from other countries. Mm-hmm. And I called my cousin in England. I said, "Did you leave a review of my book?" No. So somebody in the UK.
So it's a real one, right?
I like that. And some guy from Australia, too. But the point is, if you're listening, thank you. The point is, the reviews, negative and positive, are very difficult. You have to really judge a product. You need to know about the product. Like I know when I shop on Amazon, I have to be careful of fabric. I don't know, you and I have spoken. Mm-hmm. We don't like artificial fabrics. I always read the fabric.
Yeah, that's always a crapshoot.
Yeah, the clothing feels so silky on my body. We could go into that deeper, but probably not the time for it. But anyway, the fabric is just difficult. So you have to read the manufacturer's description and read the questions. The questions are on Amazon, for example, are really where you'll get the 411. Mm-hmm. For those who don't know what the 411 is.
Oh, that's a dated reference now.
Yeah. Back in the old days, if you dialed 411 on your phone.
What do you mean dial?
Oh, you'd tap.
Right. They don't know what they don't know what like a rotary phone is.
Oh, God. Break your nails every time, I'm telling you.
I had the same problem.
Did you look good in that dress? Anyway, the number one bad scam on the internet is... imposters. And they're out there. Mo Kelly, there have been some imposters. I've let you know when people have hijacked your account, but copied your account.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can think of 5 people in this country whose email address is not what they think it is. They probably don't have an email address. And every time they write down, well, I need your email address, they put down my email address because we have the same name. And they're from 5 different, and that is the least of it because I end up with all the junk mail from all these places.
You too, huh? I can't count how many times I've ended up on some, obviously, insurance list or something where obviously they're just putting down my email address.
Right. Now, to me, that's, as far as an imposter, that's the biggest violation of anything. And people who will shop or sign up for things with your name.
Yes.
It's terrible. Investment scams lead to the biggest losses. People reported losing money more often when contacted through social media. So be careful who you talk to and engage in a direct message.
Well, I don't have to be careful talking to you, Marsha Collier. I can verify you are you, and you are my friend, and you are our tech expert. You don't like me saying that, but you are.
I like that. That could be a promo.
Did you hear that, Stephanie? She's going in the promo. Marsha Collier, I love seeing you.
Thanks, Mo.
Thank you for all you do.
You too.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Mr. Mo Kelly, he warns us all. Says autonomous vehicles might be our downfall. But then Tuwala comes on and claims it's all under control. He says Mo Kelly is wrong, but Mo thinks he's on the payroll of Waymo. Cause Waymo be bad. Run you over, Waymo be bad. Run over grand, Waymo be bad. Run you over, Waymo be bad. The end of a song.
I got nothing to say. Eric Lisardo, you did it again, damn it.
My God. I purposely wanted to hear it for the first time with you guys.
None of us have heard it. We didn't know that was coming. We did not know.
No.
I got it the other day and I did not listen. I said to myself, just wait till the next Waymo story pops up in the news. We are going to see what treats Eric Lisardo has for us.
My
Eric,
God.
you are a genius.
I'm crying.
Genius, man. Genius.
Okay, we have to hurry to get through these stories because we need to listen to that again. Yeah. Tuwala, you gave me a story saying that it was basically an editorial, which was on MatadorNetwork.com.
Editorial.
Well, it was an opinion piece. San Francisco is proof. Here's the title. San Francisco is proof self-driving cars are changing the way tourists explore cities. Talking about the safety aspect in a positive way.
Yes.
Of Waymo and how it is growing within Silicon Valley, where Silicon Valley is, I'll say, adopting and becoming more and more comfortable with it. I'm just paraphrasing, but is that fair?
And throughout San Francisco and other areas where Waymo has launched, more and more tourists are accessing Waymo because it allows them to drive about the city, take in all the sights, not worry about crashing, not worrying about where they're going, because Waymo's doing it for them. So it is like a personalized, I don't know, tour guide through Southern California, through San Francisco, Arizona, wherever you are, Waymo. People are enjoying the rides.
That's one person's characterization of it.
Yeah.
But there's also some other stories that you decline to include in the totality of
We're not talking about that.
Oh, we're not? Okay, how about me then? Waymo got 589 tickets last year. 589.
How
so
many
clearly
did, how many
lawless.
Did just people get last year?
Same person?
No. Just how many tickets were issued in Southern California or anywhere where Waymo is versus how many just Waymo got? I think this is singling out Waymo.
Well,
I don't know if that's a fair assessment or graph or anything.
Clearly, Waymo was parking in places that it was not supposed to park and parked there long enough to actually get a ticket. It's not like it pulled up somewhere and the meter person just was saying, aha, and ran out from behind a bush.
No. Because meter people do that. Are you trying to stand up for meter people right now?
No.
Are you trying to say that meter people are just these good-willed individuals that are going to come? Hey, sir, I know you were in this restaurant getting something to eat.
You know how long it takes to get into a Waymo when it pulls up?
I don't want to hear that.
It's like 3 minutes tops.
No, we're not defending meter people. We're not. Okay, you get a ticket, you, Mo Kelly, will lose your mind if you were just 3 seconds late. You see them standing out there. Too late. I've already started writing the ticket. I can't undo what I'm doing right now.
589. That just says that you are a lawless driver. You have no business being on the road. And you need to have your driving privileges taken away. 589. You're probably parking in fire lanes. You're parking in bus lanes.
No.
You're probably parking right next to fire hydrants.
That is the most unfair justification I have heard you use against Waymo.
Well, I can give some more unfair ones if you like.
I got parking tickets.
I got more.
Give me more. I've got you.
Let's hear that intro again. That's far more entertaining. And if you don't know, this is a play on Yabo Be There. Michael McDonald.
Mr. Mo Kelly, he warns us all. Says autonomous vehicles might be our downfall. But then Tuwala comes on
prosecution rests. I don't have to say anymore. Eric Lisardo has spoken.
Eric, you are lucky that I love you, good sir. This was outstanding. You have outdone yourself, good sir. Damn, that is good.
Part of the reason that this is the coolest 3 hours in all talk radio is Eric Lisardo. If you hear all of our intros, or most of our intros, product of Eric Lisardo. He did the intro for the Rana Report. He did the intros, plural, for Nick Poliokini in various forms of fashion. The Viral Load. Obviously, Claudine Cooper, the nice exercise lady. He's done them all.
Oh, that's a good one. You should play that one.
Man, I every time I think, okay, how is he going to top this?
Hey, can you find Claudine's real quick?
Let me try to find it.
Yeah, because he did Claudine's, I don't know, say maybe 2-3 weeks ago or so. He is a genius because if you don't know, he's doing all the instrumentation, all the arrangements, all the vocals. And if you know the song that is based on, it sounds eerily accurate as far as the song. He's not just doing the same chords. He's using the same instrumentation, where when he did the Viral Load and he used the song Erotic City, it sounds like it's the instrumental from Erotic City, the Prince song. And he's
freakish.
It's great. It's great. I use the word genius on occasion, and I use it sparingly. He is one of those people who is an actual genius. So if we can have Stephen, he's looking for it, and he'll pull it up. That's one is one of more recent ones. And we'll play that one real quick. Mark, what did you think the first time you heard the Rana Report intro?
I mean, I was howling just like I was howling at this one right now. Each time we hear a new one from him, he outdoes himself. And I'm not just saying that either. I mean, I'm kind of a tough crowd, but he brought me to tears with this one tonight. He's got an uncanny ability to mimic pretty much anything that we've ever heard.
All I can say is, we, as far as the show is concerned, we don't listen to them in advance. We just take Eric's word for it, and we hear it when everyone else hears it. Like when we heard the Claudine Cooper one, and before you play it, this was actually a play on what Mark Ronner said, because Claudine Cooper would come in, do her segments, and somewhere along the way, maybe Mark didn't fully know her name at that point. You referred to her as the nice exercise lady, informally, just amongst us. And somehow it stuck. And we started saying it on air. Then I guess Eric heard it and used that as the inspiration for this. And this is Who's That Lady? The Isley Brothers, based upon.
Who's that lady? Who's that lady? The nice exercise lady. She's Claudine Cooper. The nice exercise lady. On Wellness Wednesday. The nice exercise lady. She will teach you all there is about wellness and fitness. And as her motto says, a short workout is better than no workout. Oh, better than no workout, baby.
And then, and I made mention of this not too long ago, we had the Viral Load, which was, he did two for Tiffany Hobbs. One was Erotic City.
Now, if you don't mind me interrupting,
sure.
He got in touch with me to let me know that he did that one specifically after I mentioned, well, you're not going to do one based on Erotic City. He considered that kind of a challenge.
Oh,
and
challenge accepted.
Yeah, he really knocked this one out of the park.
Sounds exactly like the song.
Now on the Mo Kelly Show, it's Tiffany Hobbs, the Viral Load. She'll speak of all the viral things social media can bring. Facebook, Insta, X, TikTok, the Viral Load with Tiffany Hobbs. Viral Load, Viral Load, the Viral Load. Viral Load with Tiffany Hobbs.
And that was the second one that he did for Tiffany Hobbs. There was also this one. Go ahead.
Tiffany, live on KFI's later with Mo Kelly. She'll talk about the toughest on social media. The Viral Low with Tiffany Hobbs.
The man's just brilliant. Just brilliant.
Weird Al Yankovic should be asking Eric Lisardo for his autograph.
Hell
Seriously.
yes. Hell yes. And if you're just tuning in, Eric Lisardo blessed us with another one of his creations. This is now for each and every time we have something to say about Waymo.
Mr. Mo Kelly, he warns us all. Says autonomous vehicles might be our downfall. But then Tuwala comes on and claims it's all under control. He says Mo Kelly is wrong, but Mo thinks he's on the payroll of Waymo. 'Cause Waymo be bad. Run you over, Waymo be bad. Run over grand, Waymo be bad. Run you over, Waymo be bad. The end of us all.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
I don't think I ever had T-Mobile, but I did have Sprint. And Mark Ronner reminded me that they merged or one bought the other back in the day. So there may have been some time in which I actually had T-Mobile at one point. Reason why I'm talking about this is $350 million T-Mobile agreed to pay due to a 2022 class action settlement. And if you're included in the settlement, the payments are going to start going out next month. And the class action lawsuit came after a cyber attack back in August of 2021. I remember talking about it. And it compromised the personal data of 76 million T-Mobile customers. Well, put it this way. If they're going to divide that 350 million across the 76 million people, don't expect a lot of money. I think that's like maybe $4.80 per person. So don't expect a lot. The data breach seemed to have included customers' names, addresses, and social security numbers. Oops. Of course, T-Mobile denied any wrongdoing in the data breach, but agreed to the $350 million payout to settle the lawsuit. Mark, do you remember how long you were with T-Mobile, or you might still be with T-Mobile?
I'm really slow to change anything like that until something horribly obnoxious or abusive or catastrophic happens.
Like a data breach?
Well, like I bailed from a Wells Fargo account recently because they were just too awful. But Sprint and T-Mobile, I just stuck with them over the years, and I don't even remember when I signed up, but it's been a long time.
I was on Sprint for the longest. When I got on Sprint, they were relatively new, and so they had huge gaps in their service. But I was there on Sprint, if only because they were giving away plans for just about free. You know, free texting and talk. It doesn't work real well, but you won't pay a lot.
Well, also with Sprint, it was really easy to upgrade your iPhones, and that appealed to me.
Yeah, and we get these carriers for various reasons. And I went to Sprint leaving Verizon because Verizon had a practice back then. If you did not pay your bill on the due date, they robocalled you 5 to 6 times a day, plus text messages.
That is so obnoxious. They had, the last I remember, because I like to put things just on automatic and not worry about them. I'm terrible with administrative stuff. And so the one thing they made easy, and I don't know if it was a scam or not, was if you signed up for auto pay, your bill was cheaper by a couple bucks. And so I just did that and never worried about it again.
And, but I was at a time in my life where, my money was a little funny.
Been there.
And so I didn't trust auto pay because there are some days where I maybe need to wait an extra week or two to pay my mobile bill. And I wanted to have that ability to not,
Oh, I think everyone in this profession knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, money was a little inconsistent. And for those who don't know, I've gone through foreclosure. I know what it's like to have a due date on a sale of your house, which will no longer be your house. So you may be getting some money in the mail. Don't expect it to be a lot for T-Mobile if you're a part of that data breach.
I feel like I'm owed more.
Oh, you probably are. You just won't get more.
Yeah, story of my life.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
We go through all the that's going on so that we can tell you just the you need to know.
KFI
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live